Just a few years ago, streaming was the future. Disney Plus, HBO Max, Netflix, everyone was cutting cords and embracing the golden age of content. But now, we are watching the collapse unfolding in real time. Prices are up, platforms are merging, content is disappearing, and consumers are overwhelmed. What happened? In this video, we'll dive deep into the economics behind the streaming war. We'll unpack market saturation, bundling confusion, and why your favorite shows keep vanishing. This isn't just about TV, it is a cautionary tale of business models pushed too far. From 2015 to 2020, streaming services exploded in number and reach. Netflix led the charge, followed by Disney Plus, Hulu, HBO Max, Peacock, and more. Consumers loved the low monthly fees, binge-able content, and endless choices. But the economics were flawed. Too much content, too many players, and razor-thin margins. As competition heated up, platforms burned millions to attract subscribers. What started as innovation soon became oversupply, and now we are facing the hangover. As a matter of fact, bundling was supposed to simplify things. Instead of paying for 10 platforms, consumers could get packages like Disney Plus, SPN Plus, and Hulu in one. But now, bundles are everywhere, confusing and often not cheaper. The problem? Each service will protect its margins. What was once a solution is now a complete mess. We're back to cable-style pricing, only more fragmented. In economic terms, the value proposition is collapsing under cognitive load. The US streaming market is saturated. Almost every household has at least one subscription, and growth has stopped. That means providers must fight for the same pool of viewers by raising prices, removing password sharing, or cutting costs. But there's a limit to how much consumers will tolerate. We're seeing the tipping point. Just like the airline or phone industry, the market is consolidating. Only the biggest players will survive, and some are already struggling. Firms are quietly removing shows and movies. Why? Because content costs money to store and to license. And if it's not bridging in viewers, it's cut. HBO Max, Disney Plus, and others have pulled entire libraries. This creates distrust. Why pay if your favorite show could vanish next week? It undermines long-term loyalty. Economically, this is the dark side of a variable cost saving. Short-term gains at the expense of consumer retention. Netflix launched a cheaper ad-supported tier to recapture budget-conscious users. But this move signals deeper trouble. Ad revenue changes incentives. Now it's about volume, not quality. It's a shift from prestige TV to attention-grabbing content. That might work for a while, but it risks alienating the loyal fan base that made Netflix dominant. This is a classic case of changing your value proposition to chase margins. Disney Plus started strong, but is now facing an identity dilemma. Is it for families, Marvel fans, adults? Without a clear focus, content strategy is scattered. That hurts not only retention but also acquisition. In management terms, Disney is suffering from band delusion. Their streaming division is trying to be everything to everyone, and this obviously undermines their pricing power and core value. Subscription fatigue is a real thing. When consumers realize they're paying over $100 a month across platforms, they start trimming. It's no longer about content, but it's about cost. That forces streamers to reconsider business models, free tiers, advertising, or live events. But each comes with trade-offs. The streaming model that disrupted cable is becoming cable again, only less stable this time. Not everyone will survive. Consolidation is coming. Mergers, shutdowns, and rebranding are underway. The question is, who has the scale, brand, and content to last? Netflix still leads in engagement. Disney owns IP, and Amazon uses Prime as a loss leader. But others may not make it. This is the late stage of a market war where strategy beats speed. Amid all this chaos, one truth remains. Consumers want simplicity, value, and reliability. The streaming platforms that figure out with great consumer experience, clear pricing, and dependable content will win. The others will fade. It's not just about content anymore, it's about trust and it's about time. And right now, the industry is running out of both. Streaming was a revolutionary model, but its collapse is a textbook case of what happens when hype overtakes economics. Overexpansion, margin pressure, content inflation, and identity confusion. All of these are symptoms of unsustainable growth. For students of business, this isn't a story of entertainment. It is a case study in strategic misalignment. The future of streaming will be leaner, smarter, and maybe even better, but it's going to get worse first.